Hi, this is episode 10 of The House That Fam Built, and the title of this is called The Glass Menagerie. Now, when I think of the glass menagerie, I think of glass figurines that you keep on a shelf, right? I don't necessarily think of houses, but much like houses, the glass is fragile. A little glass figurine is fragile, it can fall. I used to have a chessboard that was made of the figures on it were made of glass. And it was so cute. And just over time, they would break. And so I got to the point where after I kept replacing them, I just basically shelved it. And I put it up somewhere really high where nobody or none of my kids could get it. The things fall. And it wasn't just that it was fragile and it could break, but it could cut as well. So glass, although fragile and delicate, glass people have the ability to be really sharp-tongued. And they're the type of people that stay ready so they don't have to get ready. Okay? They're going to mirror you because glass reflects. So they're going to mirror that attitude. You come with that attitude, they're going to come with an attitude. You come acting nice and happy, and they'll act nice and happy. But it's so hard to get to know who they really are, because they have the ability to mask themselves and to reflect whatever is brought to them. See, glass people have to really do the root work. That's important because somewhere along the line they were sand and something transformed them. And usually you can always just bring it all the way back to their home environment. Something happened there and they were transformed. Now, because glass is reflective in nature, they tend to be very beautiful people or very outspoken people, shiny people, glamorous people, people that you can't hardly look away from. That's a superhero power that they have. They can transfix you. They can catch your eyes. They can keep your gaze and your attention. However, you'll never really know the real them until they know the real them, because they have to break through all kinds of mental bondages about things that they were told, whether good, bad, or indifferent. They have to find out who they are and not just reflect what someone else says they are. Glass people are also very psychic, very empathetic. They have, like I said, the psychic, it comes with being clairvoyant and clairsentient. These people can literally feel the energy in a room, and they can replicate it. Glass people will give you that back and forth, sharp tongue. They'll come at you. But with that very thing that they can use to cut you with, they also cut themselves. So if they're highly critical of you, it's because they see every single little nuance, every single detail. Because after all, if you want to find something, you look under a magnifying glass. And a magnifying glass is able to pick up the tiniest little nuances or details. It's able to show you the things that we might miss, the regular eye might not be able to pick up on. But in that same sense, they're very hypercritical of themselves. So I always worry about glass people. I worry about them because they can look on the outside like it doesn't bother them, but in the inside, it's a different story. I had a friend that I grew up with from middle school to maybe the first 2 years in high school. And she was a very tall girl, very insecure about her height. She used to always talk to us about it. And the boy just one day out the blue called her fat. Now, she was maybe about 10 pounds overweight. Not really much, but she played basketball. She was, just a very, very athletic person. We wouldn't even think that she thought about it. Hey, At that time, I was really, really short. And so I grew taller later, but I was really short at that time. So I really like envied her height, you know? And I was just like, well, you're tall and you're not even finished growing yet. Don't even worry about what that person said. And we just kind of treated it like nothing. But what we didn't know is that that comment had just started the first of many small cracks that would later lead to a break. Because later on, we found out that she had passed away from anorexia nervosa. From that comment that was made a couple years prior by a silly little boy that didn't even know that he was dropping a bomb into her world. In a way, I'm kind of thankful because we had moved. And so I felt like it would have probably really hurt me more than it did. But for me being away, I was able to kind of put a little distance between that tragedy. Now I'm older and I have kids. So I think about, oh my God, what if this would happen to my 14 or 15-year-old? And they basically starve themselves to death. It breaks my heart. But those are glass people. This is why I always kind of do a little extra. If I kind of feel like a person has a glass house, then I know that whatever the outside looks like, most of the time it's just a mask. And I check on them. And it's from that incident. So for all the glass people, do the root work. Look at it, make a list about 10 things about your childhood or your environment that you didn't like and 10 things that were good that came out of that. Glass will always go back to root. It has to go back to root for glass. It's not like the sand people where I told you, get a journal, write out what you think, write out what you want to say. You know, if someone says something to you and you don't got the courage to say it back to them, put it down in a journal. No, glass people have to do root work because at some point they were sand. And something heated or something happened that transformed them. So they have a higher calling to really, really do the work. And once they do the work, then they can show other people more in a greater sense on how to heal themselves. So they'll come along and be some of the biggest teachers because that's if they do the work, because they'll have to have looked at all the many things that transformed them or made them the way that they are. And we don't want them to break or crack. We want firm foundation. Because see, when you do the work, you get stronger than just glass. You know? You get all these other different things added in there. You become plexiglass. You become something that can mirror or you can see out of, but almost become unbreakable. That's the power in doing the soul work, in doing the root work. So for my glass people, I love you. I want you to stay and hang in there. I want you to get your witty remarks in the comment box. I want you to just, if you don't do anything, find out who you are. Don't reflect who other people tell you to be. Be true to yourself. And you can't be true to yourself unless you know thyself. Got to know yourself. Okay. And so that'll be it today for episode 10 of The House That Fam Built, Glass Menagerie. And tomorrow we'll continue on with episode 11, which will be The House That Fam Built, Stone Mountain. And we'll deal with the stone people. Oh, I happen to be one of them. So we'll see what the Spirit puts out there for me to say. And I just bless you all. Get down in the comments, like, share, subscribe. Go to my YouTube. And there is Conscious Christ, CONSCIOUS HXHRIST. That's XHRIST, all caps again, XHRIST. And there I'll be putting this as well as the other videos you'll see in a playlist. And just have a wonderful day and join me tomorrow for episode 11. Bye.